Hey people, Earthlings, it's Brian here from quantlabs.net. Yet another book that has cropped up in the last 24 hours. C-Sharp for financial markets. There's some sections I've gone through in this book that are very useful, some other not so much, or not at this point at least. Just wanted to walk you through it. It's a 900 or 860 page book, so this will be another one of those. Golly gee. Okay, let's go through the components of the book, or the contents. One thing I should highlight here is the author, one of the authors, Daniel Duffy, who is an author of some C++ books. He seems to be well known in the C++ world, but has now got the C# book. And he also is the C++ professor, as far as I know, is in the CQF program. So, let's get ready to rumble, or something like that. Okay, so he's got a comparison between C# and C++. I've not read this yet. What you need to understand when it comes to C#, and some of the different levels that you need of C#. So this looks like it's going to be focusing on options, as the other book that I read in trading systems and methods focused on futures. So this might be a good little addition for the C# world. Alright, so what we got here is standard formula examples of Black-Scholes, interfacing, all that stuff, which is very useful, coming from the world of C#. Some other examples of different models for option pricing, the CIR, bonds, again, which is not a priority for me, but it's good to know for just to see how these models are built. Let it be if it's using MATLAB or Excel or whatever, but let's just continue along. So again, interfacing is important in the world of .NET. And that's what this chapter, I guess, focuses on. Structures, finalizing, casting, delegates. Now we get into data structures, all the different types of objects that are out there: list, hash table, dictionary, hash set, stack queue, and a different library. Interoperability, I can never say that word, with .NET, as well as creating user-defined data structures so we can have our own, again, arrays, matrices. Again, you know, the power of MATLAB uses this stuff, and different types of arrays, tuples, lookup. And then we get into introduction of bond pricing. I guess we got different classes that are going to be created through it. Then we have our data management and life cycle using serialization, and so forth. Excuse me. We get into design patterns. Now, this is important here because, as I said before, we're using Excel most likely in a lot of the front-end worksheets that have been used in the other book, Trading Methods and Systems. So this chapter will be very useful. All the different design patterns that you could use for interfacing with Excel. And then again, branching it into a model potential. Wow. It doesn't stop, does it? Then we get into lattices, different models, using this ADE, ADE for the PDE, Black-Scholes. So these are just examples used. Now we move into, it looks like, for chapter 11, interoperability with assemblies, namespaces, and C++ with the CLI. And then bond pricing, Excel interfacing again, which will be very, very, very useful. And again, there's quite a bit here. A lot of this stuff I've never even seen before, but it's just a good way to understand how to use C# as the back end with Excel. It looks like, and all these different classes and models and stuff. A lot of this probably won't be useful at this point, just due to the fact of bonds is something I'm not getting into, but it is interesting to look at. Obviously, multi-curve building, swaptions, again, all the option stuff and the bootstrapping and stuff. And then we get into all the different pricing applications. I'll let you go through that. And then the link here, language integrated query, is very useful for fixed income application. That I guess that they're going to demo. With link, it's very powerful in itself. I know Java just introduced that in the new, I believe Java 8, or a different interpretation of it with the Lambda queries, subqueries. I know this will also be useful for SQL Server as well, using the stream insights if I do go down that path. More fixed income stuff, Excel, C# integration, automation add-in to create one, C# Excel add, okay, we've done that. The RTD server, real-time data server, introduction of multi-threading, advanced multi-threading, multi-threaded parallel application, computational finance, nonlinear least squared, ADE, CAP, and swaption Excel DNA. So you can see this book is quite quite extensive for all the gaps that I was planning to use, and this would be a good reference to work off of. So from my perspective, I will go through this over the next couple of days, and wish me luck. Talk to you later.